I'm here crossing over towards Poza de la Sal. This seems to be just a great high plateau with all these great big wind turbines, and you can see there's a space over there, and that's where I'm going to go shortly. And I remember the first time I came across this plane, I thought I wasn't going to see anything very much, and then suddenly you'll see there's a fantastic view. This is an interesting monument to a guy who was important in Poza de la Sal. He was a sort of doctor of natural history, Felix Rodriguez de la Fuente. Interestingly, he died in Alaska. Don't know why or what he was doing there. And so I've stopped here. One can just begin to see what's opening out down there. A great and one of the fantastic views that you get in Spain. 17 degrees, but this is what you see when you come down here. It's a shame about the pylon wires, but as you can see there in the distance is the fantastic castle of Poza de la Sal. There's this another big crest of rock. It fascinates me, this little sort of, it's not quite a hanging valley, but it seems to have its own unique area, and I think that's what Mr. Fuente did talk about. This was under the sea, and the sediments were full of salt, so down there the sal of Poza de la Sal was used by the Romans, probably from people from far beyond there. They found that they could dry the water that came out of the wells, and they would get that crucial thing for human existence, salt. Big for preserving food for you. There's a car coming, I'll have to stop. Here is a rather beautiful little orchid. I'm not quite sure what type. There's a number of them in the grass here. But what I'm really here to show you is this. The castle of Poza de la Sal. So we're going to have a walk up and see what it's like. The main thing is to think what it would be like trying to attack this. Obviously there would have been a big wall across at the bottom here. There's actually a big valley here, and you probably wouldn't have come in from the top up there, because that's headed over into real high wildland. So you would have come up possibly from down there. We'll have a look down over there when we get up to the top. But the main thing is, once you've got round into here, and there's a very tight passage to come round the side of this bit of cliff, you've then got to climb up to attack the first walls and the first gate, which is this one here. So it's quite steep, and you've then got to get up all these really rather well worn sort of steps. And you can see that obviously there would have been fortification along here as well. There's a few swifts about flying around the top here. Normally you can see at least some griffon vultures and eagles, often quite high up. Now here comes the interesting bit. And when I first came here, there wasn't this chain at all. It was just these steps going up and up and up, and they are quite narrow and quite worn. And if you can imagine trying to get up here, they're also quite slippery actually. While somebody was chucking rocks and things from the top of there down onto your boiling oil, it probably wouldn't have been a lot of fun. Some of the steps are quite big. We are of course about, well, we must be nearly 3,000 feet up here. We're over the top of the Cantabrians and onto the Meseta. And so we get to this place here, and this is the main way in. It's going to get dark in there, so I don't know whether the camera's going to work very well. You fight your way in here, very steep bit to get up here, and what happens here is, one, there's holes above where things can drop on you, and two, they probably would have barricaded the door there, and in here is just a shithole where you would get, literally at the moment, you could have got attacked from there and here. So this seems like would have been probably the main hall, and it's quite lovely really. Nice and cool actually, compared to. And then if you're really going to take the castle, you've got to try again. It's up in the sort of low 30 degrees at the moment, so that probably goes down to the well. These are where you drop things on anybody coming up, and this is the view. Now here comes a nice little tanker, just the sort of thing you want to meet on one of these first gear hairpin bends. It's always my view that if you can't see it, it could be a dinosaur or a tanker. But in other words, don't count on empty roads that corner you're coming to is actually going to be clear. We'll see how much of the road he takes up when he comes round here. Well, he's cut quite well inside, but if you were... oh, no, now he's right over the whole side. Be fun. Down there are the Roman salt pans.